Please buy it. Please.
If you're forced.
No, well,
if you hate video games and you hate life, like Force, then don't buy it.
It's freaking amazing.
All right.
All right, guys. We are running out of time. We actually only got 12 minutes, so we are going to probably run over. Okay. Cameron gave us the okay that we can run over.
Yes. Thank you, Daddy.
I actually I talked to NASA. They said it'd be all right.
Okay, thank you. We're gonna have to move this countdown away a little bit, guys. Assassin's Creed. We got a little trailer for this one too, and Assassin's Creed.
Assassin's Creed.
Let me ask you guys before we get started. Which one do you think was more hyped, Assassin's Creed or Uncharted?
Assassin's Creed.
Assassin's
Not even
Creed.
close.
Okay.
Jade Raymond.
Jade Raymond. They were actually buying commercial spots for like the full 2 minutes of various channels. I played this game for the PS3, and Force played it for the 360. Is that affirmative, Force?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
No, I actually played it for the Wii.
And let's go ahead and check out a trailer for Assassin's Creed. Like these guys said, it was marketed more than Uncharted, so you've probably seen this a million times. But let's refresh your memory a little bit here. We've got Assassin's Creed.
The Holy Land, 12 centuries after the birth of Christ.
After him! Get him!
Get him!
It was a time of fear.
Yeah.
You're not just getting!
A time of war.
Don't let him get away!
And the only hope of ending the bloodshed lay in the hands of history's most notorious killers.
Altair, I hold here a list. 9 men who need to die. They are plague bringers.
Dare disrespect me?
War makers.
Break his legs, both of them.
Foreign influence corrupts the land and ensures the crusades continue. These men must be destroyed. Have you any questions?
Only where I need begin.
Shrouded in secrecy.
This creature cling to the shadows.
Trained from birth to master the art of death.
The streets run red with the blood of his victims.
The brothers hunted their prey without rest.
You don't frighten me! Show yourself!
Delivered the killing blow without mercy.
Oh!
Escaped to fight another day.
He's over there! Don't let him get away! Get him!
For they were the assassins, and that was their creed.
Bitch slap that dude.
I just like the
Master the art of the kill. Assassin's Creed.
Assassin's Creed for the PS3 and for the 360. I just want to say one thing, guys, is that I went into this game, and despite the amount of hype that was actually around it, I don't know, maybe I wasn't paying attention, but I honestly convinced myself that this wasn't a Grand Theft Auto type game, and how wrong was I? Now,
Even
will
though
that
I
affect
told
my
you
scores?
a million times
We're gonna see.
that it was.
Dude, from the trailers, from everything else, you know, like
Okay.
I don't know, like, well, you haven't fucking played it. So
I
shut
did.
your
I played it
goddamn
at E3, and I told you it was going to be like
You played
GTA.
a fucking version like 80 fucking years ago. So
Yeah, because it completely changed from July until November.
All right, let's go.
that wasn't even my point. Anyway, Force, I'm gonna let talk to the hand because you're not saying anything
Whatever, I
fucking
do
this
what I want.
review. So Force,
StickyDrama.com.
start.
StickyDrama.com.
Here's what we'll start off by saying. The one part of this game that definitely lived up to the hype, I feel, is the graphics. I think, the models, the characters, the world looks phenomenal, and you guys have never seen a viewpoint. You've never been able to see as far as you can in this game, and I think it looks, fantastic. And there's been complaints about frame rate and shit like that. I didn't really have those problems. I thought the game looked phenomenal, moved smooth as hell.
Don't lie to me, dude.
Do you even know what frame rate is?
Oh, no. Hold on. Shush. Dude, there are definitely frame rate issues as you begin to open. Now, Do they affect gameplay? No, they only affect these cinematic moments, but there are frame drops, dude. I've seen them in both versions.
I meant to say affect the gameplay. Like all these people were talking about how it actually affected their gameplay. It did not.
Yeah, I'm with Force on that. I don't. Who cares
affected.
if there's frame rate loss?
I do.
Well, I mean, even Heavenly Sword, like in a few of those parts where they actually had like 3 million dudes running down a thing, there was, you know, it was going down to 25 frames, whatever. Same thing here, but what they're doing is they give you this cinematic view of the city that's just fucking enormous, like you've never seen anything like it. So the fact that it has a minor frame dip, I think that, like Force said, you're seeing something you haven't really seen before in the grand scheme of things. So it's sort of, it takes your breath away in a different way. So continue, Force, with the graphics.
I think, you know, I think they did a phenomenal job, and I give them bonus points for the world they chose to set it in. You know, we see all of these jungles and future sci-fi shit, but you know, them putting it in this dirty old Jerusalem city, you know, it just looks great. And the way your characters move, the way they interact with everything, how everything feels so realistic. You know, the way your guy grabs and latches onto shit and runs and bounces off the crowd. The graphics totally suck you into this world. I think they do a phenomenal job with it.
Yeah, adding to what you said, Force, and you mentioned that you were impressed with the animations in Drake's Fortune, and I just had to bite my tongue because I wanted to say, dude, unfortunately, while the animations in Drake's Fortunes are really good, the animations in Assassin's Creed are fucking mind-blowing. Like, even
phenomenal.
After I've done like 4 assassinations, and I'm still seeing him move in ways that I haven't seen him move before. You know, like, and it's hard to really explain without actually seeing it for yourself, but put me on camera for a second, camera. It's like, there's something to be said about, you know, when you scale a wall in a traditional game, it's like, typically your guy has the same animation, and right, he's going like this, it's the same 30 frames moving over and over. There's something to be said for like all the different ways that your guy's like grabbing onto this and then putting his entire body in a little window and then pulling himself up. And I'm just like, dude, the animation is so fluid. You could trick someone in saying you're watching a video of a guy like doing some tricks around. I mean, Force, did you here and here you go, like, and see, like this stuff, it's just, it's all now, and you're gonna see so much shit like that, and it's just gonna be blowing your mind all the time. Another thing with graphics is that it's very rare when a game can make me feel what I would feel in real life, and I'm gonna try to explain this as best as I can. But one of the moves in the game is the what do they call it?
Swan dive,
the swan dive, but they call it the leap of faith. So when he does this leap of faith, it does this cool view where it like zooms out and then you jump into this bale of hay. But it really gives you this sensation of like you're falling. And every
almost like
single
your stomach
time
drops for a
happens,
second.
my stomach drops every single fucking time. And it's so cool because it's not very often in a video game lets you experience that. Let's look at our graphics scores. I'm with Force on this one. Graphics are definitely phenomenal. One area where I felt like, you know, and Force, you mentioned the Jerusalem city. And without going into spoilers, there is an alternate location where you play the game from. I felt like this alternate location was actually rather bland and uninteresting.
Extremely bland.
So it was kind of weird to see that they just put so much effort into the city. Maybe it was the point. And guys, I'm not done with the game yet, so maybe it, you know, but yeah, I don't know. Maybe it was.
Like
you just go from something that has very little life to something that just has so much life, and that's odd.
I think that's the point.
We both gave it a 9 here, so let's move on to sound. And Force, I'll let you kick sound off.
You know, sound, I actually think they do a really good job. You know, especially in those trailers, you hear the quality of some of the voice actors, how epic the score is. You know, music in this game is really phenomenal. I really like it. I really like a lot of the actors. Here's what keeps, do you want me to tell, you want to say what you like about it first before I say what keeps it from being top notch?
Yeah, sure. I mean, I'm pretty much on the same boat as you are, is that, you know, the voice acting is good. You know, I have a feeling, I think I know where you're going to go, and I think that's probably the repetitiveness in what you're hearing. You know, I do like the music. It changes a little bit. Depending on the situation that you're in. But, you know, if I was going to pick out one specific area, it's probably the voice acting that excels the most.
You know, and here's a problem that I had with voice acting is that I thought all of the big name characters were phenomenal,
And
but all of the
jobbers were
city
bad.
people sounded really gimpy to me.
Yeah.
You know, and all the conversations that you have to overhear conversations.
Yeah,
I thought
you're right.
the second cast, you know, the B actors didn't really match up with the quality of
They
the
didn't
A
bring
actors,
it.
and it really pulled me out.
They did not bring
There's
it.
a swan dive.
All right, there it is, swan dive right there. Oh yeah, that's awesome. It just gives me a crazy feeling. Let's bring up our sound scores right now then. I think that we were both on the same page, and we were 8.